This is Chapter 1 of the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, the Law of Pure Potentiality. These are some interesting excerpts from Deepak Chopra's The 7 Spiritual Laws. We are essentially pure potentiality. In other words, our true selves in our essential state is pure consciousness. We are invincible, silent. We have pure knowledge, simplicity, bliss. This is our essential nature. You have the ability to fulfill any dream that you have because you are the eternal possibility, the immeasurable potential of all that was, is, and will be. Underlying the infinite diversity of life is the unity of one all-pervasive Spirit or God. There is no separation between you and this field of energy. The field of pure potentiality is your own true self. The experience of the true self, or self-referral, means that our internal reference point is our own spirit and not the objects of our experience. The opposite of self-referral is object referral. In object referral, we are always influenced by objects outside the self, which include situations, circumstances, people, and things. In object referral, we are constantly seeking the approval of others. Our thinking and our behavior are always in anticipation of a response. It is therefore fear-based. In object referral, we also feel an intense need to control things. We feel an intense need for external power, the need for approval, the need to control things, and the need for external power are needs that are based on fear. This kind of power is not the power of pure potentiality or the power of the self or real power. When we experience the power of the true self, there is an absence of fear. There is no compulsion to control and no struggle for approval or external power. In object referral, your internal reference point is your ego. The ego, however, is not who you really are. The ego is your self-image. It is your social mask. It is the role you are playing. Your social mask thrives on approval. It wants to control, and it is sustained by power because it lives in fear. Your true self, which is your spirit, your soul, is completely free of those things. It is immune to criticism. It is unfearful of any challenge, and it feels beneath no one. And yet, it is also humble and feels superior to no one, because it recognizes that everyone else is the same self, the same spirit, in different disguises. Power based on object referral is false power. Being ego-based power, it lasts only as long as the object of reference is there. If you have a certain title, if you're the president of the country or the chairman of a corporation, or if you have a lot of money, the power you enjoy goes with the title, with the job, with the money. Ego-based power will only last as long as those things last. As soon as the title, the job, or the money go away, so does the power. Self-power, on the other hand, is permanent because it is based on the knowledge of the self. And there are certain characteristics of self-power. It draws people to you, and it also draws things that you want to you. It magnetizes people, situations, and circumstances to support your desires. This is also called support from the laws of nature. It is the support of divinity. It is the support that comes from being in the state of grace. Your power is such that you enjoy a bond with people, and people enjoy a bond with you. Your power is that of bonding, a bonding that comes from true love. How can we access our true self? One way to access the field is through the daily practice of silence, meditation, and non-judgment. Spending time in nature will also give you access to the qualities inherent in the field: infinite creativity, freedom, and bliss. Practicing silence means making a commitment to take a certain amount of time to simply be. Experiencing silence means periodically withdrawing from speaking and withdrawing from such activities as watching television, listening to the radio, watching YouTube videos, or even reading a book. If you never give yourself the opportunity to experience silence, this creates turbulence in your internal dialogue. Set aside a little time every day to experience silence. Every once in a while, you should experience silence for an extended period of time, such as a full day. Now, when you first start doing this, initially, your internal dialogue may become even more turbulent. You may feel an intense need to say things. A sense of urgency and anxiety may suddenly come over you. But as you stay with the experience, your internal dialogue will begin to quieten, and soon the silence will become profound. This is because after a while, your mind will just give up. It realizes there is no point in going around and around if you, the self, the spirit, the choice maker, are not going to speak, period. Then, as the internal dialogue goes quiet, you begin to experience the stillness of the field of pure potentiality. In that field of pure silence is the field of infinite correlation, the field of infinite organizing power, the ultimate ground of creation, where everything is inseparably connected with everything else. Sometimes I like to call it going into the gap. Another way to access the field of pure potentiality is through the practice of non-judgment. Judgment is the constant evaluation of things as right or wrong, good or bad. When you are constantly evaluating, classifying, labeling, analyzing, you create a lot of turbulence in your internal dialogue. This turbulence constricts the flow of energy between you and the field of pure potentiality. You literally squeeze the gap between thoughts. The gap is your connection to the field of pure potentiality. It is that state of pure awareness, that silent space between thoughts, that inner stillness that connects you to your true power. As you gain more access to your true nature, you will also spontaneously receive creative thoughts. This is because the field of pure potentiality is also the field of infinite creativity and pure knowledge. You need not even listen Simply wait. You need not even wait. Just learn to become quiet and still and solitary. The world will freely offer itself to you to be unmasked. It has no choice. It will roll in ecstasy at your feet.